Hello everyone, how's it going? I know this video is not clickbait. I'm going to be going over to Icons where I'll be kind of on my way. I think I'll be like 4 hours or 5 hours into my flight already by the time this video goes live. But I'm going to be going over to Singapore for the Icons Global Championship. I'm going to be on the talent team with a bunch of other amazing people from North America, from SEA, and from over here in Europe as well. I just wanted to come on here just to say thank you all for your support. I've seen you all, in Twitch chat and YouTube chat as well, just giving me support for my casting, for my solo segments, analyst desks, and things like that as well. And also wanted to come on here just to kind of explain to you, why my videos have been kind of slow, and just a bit of an update on what I have planned when I'm going over to Singapore. So the reason obviously why my videos have been kind of slow recently is because I've been preparing for Icons. I got told a couple of weeks ago now, so I've been preparing, look at different regions and the teams as well. And I'll go into a little bit more detail as well in this video in terms of, the teams and the matches and what I feel like, Europe's chances are at Icons. In terms of my plans when I get over to Singapore, honestly, it's kind of hard to predict. I'm going to prepare a few videos that I'm going to be releasing over the next week or so. But obviously I'm there for the whole month, so it's quite a long time. I will be bringing my laptop and everything over there, so maybe I might be able to stream and do some YouTube stuff over there. But if you haven't already, make sure you follow my social media, more specifically my Twitter account. I will leave the link down in the description. That is where I pretty much post all my updates. If you haven't made a Twitter account, just quickly make one. You can keep track of me on there. I'll be doing some posts on YouTube as well, just some community posts as well, with maybe some pictures as well. But yeah, I'm going to be going over to Icons for Singapore. I'm beyond excited. It's going to be a crazy experience. Hopefully you all will enjoy the show over there as well. And yeah, and like I said, I just wanted to quickly come on here as well, just to give you all kind of my opinions on, the playing groups, because obviously this is going to be the playing stage starting off in about 5 or 4 days time whenever this video gets released. And then I might do like an update video as well. I might do like a recording update video, maybe when the playing stage is over, maybe taking a look quickly at the group stage. But let's take a quick look at the play-ins. So for the first play-ins group, we got Flash Wolves from SEA, Furious Gaming from LATAM, Gamelord from EU, and Nova Esports from China. So the way that this play-ins works is like teams were in different pools, so pool 1, 2, 3, and 4. They got drawn out into different groups, and the way that the matches work is basically every pool 4 team plays against the pool 1 team, and every pool 2 team plays against the pool 3 team. And you can see how it has winners matches, elimination matches, and decider matches. It's because it's not a single elimination. So how this works is, say for example Flash Wolves and Nova win, they will play in the winners match, and the winner of that will go straight to the group stage. And then you got the elimination match, which would be Gamelord against Furious Gaming, which the loser will then go on to the will basically be eliminated from the entire tournament. So it's pretty crazy. I know, like the first few days we're going to have loads of teams being knocked out already. And then the decider match is the loser of the winners match and the winner of the elimination match, and they will get the second seed going into group stage. So that's basically how it works. Like I said, I'm going to quickly give my opinions and who I think will go through on each group. I think group A is kind of obvious. I think it'll be Flash Wolves and Nova going through. Flash Wolves coming in as the second seed from SEA, had a really dominant split. They failed to get through as the first seed. They lost to Team Flash in the finals, but overall was pretty dominant throughout the entire year so far. Furious Gaming, I think the LATAM region in general is a bit weaker. I mean, I could be wrong. These are all just obviously my predictions of what I think going into it, just looking at VODs and everything as well. I think LATAM is probably one of the weaker regions, I would say. But again, anything can happen with this new meta as well. I don't think they will beat Nova, but a big one would be Gamelord against Furious Gaming. I'm a little bit worried about Gamelord. This is really kind of the group of death, to be fair, I guess you could call it, because this is LATAM's second seed and obviously Europe's third seed. And coming into this Gamelord, they won the WREC, they went to Barcelona, and then a LAN environment, they just didn't look like the Gamelord that we saw from offline, Gamelord that we saw during the WREC. So I'm a little bit worried about Gamelord. I'm not too sure if they're going to beat Furious Gaming. I'll be totally honest with you. We'll have to see how the meta shapes up for Gamelord. Obviously we're like maybe hyper carries coming in as well, and all these bruisers still going really strong. We'll have to see how Gamelord adapt to the meta, because they didn't really adapt to the meta well during Barcelona, which is why I'm kind of worried that they might not be able to adapt to the meta during Icons, but we'll have to see. And then Nova coming in, I believe it's third seed from China, if I'm not mistaken. It's very hard to remember all of this. I have to keep on playing it through my head. I believe it's the third seed from China. coming in as one of the strongest regions, I think, in the entire tournament. I think China, SEA, and Korea are probably the top three regions, and then there's like a gap underneath that, in my opinion. So that's why I think that Nova and Flash Wolves will go through. So I think Flash Wolves will beat Game Lord, and I think Nova will beat Furious Gaming. Group B, Unsold Stuff Gaming from Japan. We got JDG from China, RRQ from SEA, and STMN from LATAM. Third seed from LATAM. I think they've got a really, really tough task against JDG. I think this is going to be a pretty easy stomp for JDG, if I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Again, China, probably one of the strongest regions in the entire tournament right now. I think they're just gonna smash through this entire group. I think JDG versus RRQ will be interesting if RRQ beat USG. I think USG and also Sengoku from Japan are actually pretty strong, to be honest. I think Japan as a region is fairly strong. But pairing off against RRQ will be a difficult task for USG. So I think this match will be kind of close. I think RRQ will take it, but then I think JDG will beat RRQ. We might have a decider match between RRQ and USG to see who goes through as that second seed. But yeah, in my opinion, JDG will go through as the first seed, and then RRQ will go through as the second seed, in my opinion. This one is I don't know, is it Nova first seed or Flash Wolves first seed? I think that's going to be an interesting match, you know, Nova against Flash Wolves. I think it'll probably be Nova first seed and Flash Wolves second seed, in my opinion. And then going down to Group C. This is probably the most interesting group, I think, out of all of them. And I think it's going to probably be the closest group as well. You got Brazil's second seed, which is Vivo Keyed. Even though this is Keyed Stars, apparently they prefer to be called Vivo Keyed. Rix.gg from Europe, T1 from Korea, and then J-Team from China. Obviously, OMG is not going to be at the tournament anymore because they had, I think, visa issues. So they replaced OMG for J-Team. Honestly, this group is crazy. I think the first two games as well are going to decide the group quite a bit. Rix against T1 is going to be a super close series. I really hope Rix win, but I think it's going to be just such a tough task against T1. I think T1 are probably not like, I mean, they're the third seed coming out of Korea. They're not the strongest, in my opinion, but they're still really, really good at the same time. They're still really, really strong. I feel like Rix have a chance to win this. And I think if Rix win this, then they can go through as first seeds. I think whoever wins this match, this opening match, will beat, like, I think Rix and T1 both beat, you know, Vivo Keyed and J-Team. Depending on how J-Team is, because J-Team's situation is a bit weird now because obviously they got knocked out before, so maybe they had a bit of a break and they haven't played the game too much, but now suddenly, boom, you know, you're going to Icons and now you have to fully prepare, you have to get back on track and everything as well. So I'm not too sure if J-Team are going to be, you know, the same J-Team that we saw. You know, at the start of the year, J-Team were really, really strong, and then they kind of went on a downward slope, which was kind of unfortunate for them, which is why they originally didn't make it. I think overall, J-Team are still a really, really strong team, even though they're the fourth seed coming out of China. Vivo Keyed is an interesting one. I think Vivo Keyed is going to be pretty fun to watch. I think Brazil as a region is going to be pretty fun to watch as well. I think I've got pretty high hopes for Brazil in terms of Vivo Keyed. I'm not too sure how Liberty's going to get on, but their play style, I'll talk about in a second, is mental. Rix, obviously, coming in as like the super team from Europe, quote unquote. They always just butcher it last second or in the last game, which is going to be a bit unfortunate for them if that does happen again. But I've got high hopes for Rix. You know, I hope they do well. I hope they beat T1, because I think if they beat T1, then I think they can beat either J-Team or Vivo. But in my opinion, J-Team will beat Vivo. I don't know. I think T1 will probably beat Rix, but then I think Rix will beat Vivo, and then it will be like it's like T1 against JT. I don't know. This group is super close. It's so hard to predict every single game in this group. I think anyone could go through as first seed, and anyone can go through as second seed. So I think this group is probably the most interesting and the closest out of all the groups. And then we have Group D. We got the fourth seed from SEA, the first seed, second seed from Korea, Freaka Freaks. Liberty from Brazil, and then Sentinels from NA. Now, Sentinels actually have probably the best game that they could get as their opening match. So they're against Liberty. Now, Liberty's playstyle, when I watched them, is just full-on aggression. They just don't care. They just fight. So hopefully Sentinels do their homework with that. I think Sentinels have, you know, a fairly decent chance in this group. I'm not too sure if they're going to go through, because I think it will be Burium and I think it will be Freaks overall. But if they win their second game, or if they win their first game against Liberty, or their first series against Liberty, then they kind of have two shots. They have the winners match and they also have the decider match. So we'll have to see if they're going to make it through. In my opinion, I think it's going to be Freaks as the first seed and then Burium as the second seed, in my opinion. But whoever loses first match as well between Freaks and I said a Freak of Freaks, isn't it? It's Quandong Freaks, isn't it? Also, I can't remember. Oh yes, Quandong Freaks. I don't know why I said a Freak of Freaks. Where's that from? Probably from like an old league team or something. Or maybe it is the league version of Freaks. I can't remember exactly. There's too many names going through my head. But yeah, the loser of this match, you know, Quandong Freaks against Burium, are going to be going to have a difficult task, because like you lose one game in play-ins and then you're already in elimination match. You already have the chance of being knocked out basically. But yeah, I think Freaks first seed and Burium second seed. Group C, I can't decide. It's impossible. But anyway, I didn't want this video to be too long. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on the groups. I've been doing a lot of preparation for the teams as well. Yeah, and like I said, hopefully you enjoy the show. Keep updated with myself on Twitter, Instagram. Join my Discord as well to keep updated with all the stuff that's going to be happening over in Singapore. But yeah, again, thank you all for your support. Thank you all for everything. I mean, this opportunity and everything that's happened this year wouldn't be doable, wouldn't even be possible without you guys. So yeah, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. Thank you guys for always supporting. And yeah, the next time you see me will probably be in Singapore. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you on next Wilder video. Peace.